Hi everyone, I'm Corrin with Corrin Fox Fit, and today I'll be leading you through a yoga practice designed to help reduce anxiety. Oftentimes we find ourselves feeling really overwhelmed and stressed, and it causes us to feel really anxious. I know I definitely experience this a lot. And our minds tend to race, our bodies tend to tighten up. So this practice is really designed to help calm the mind and calm the body. You won't need any yoga props for this practice. However, if you typically use yoga props such as blocks or straps or a blanket, go ahead and use what you need. And as always, please modify this practice to fit your physical needs, especially if you're working with an injury. Take it nice and easy and do what feels best for your body. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to begin coming all the way down to our backs. And we'll find ourselves here in a brief Shavasana. So legs extended a little wider than hip distance apart, arms out from the body. And if you haven't already, just close the eyes. And just notice how you feel in this moment. Notice if there's any strong emotions present. Notice if there's some tightness or tension in the body. And just start to turn inwards, focusing now on the breath. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. On your inhale, breathe in love and kindness towards yourself. As you exhale, let go of any stress or worry from the day or from this week. Breathe it out. And continue with the breath, breathing in through the nose, feeling the ribs expand on the inhale, and breathing out through the mouth, feeling the belly soften and letting go of any anxiety or stress that you might be feeling in this moment. We can always turn to our breath as an anchor point. So notice if the mind is racing. Oftentimes when we feel anxious, our mind goes into worry mode. So just notice if your mind is racing, and then simply acknowledge your thoughts. And gently, with kindness, come back to your breath. Come back to the awareness of your breath. Breathing in love and kindness towards yourself. Breathing out, letting go of any tension, stress, or anxiety from the day. If you'd like, you can place one hand to your heart and one to the belly to connect a little deeper with the breath, with the body. And just keep with the breath. Anytime the mind wants to wander off, acknowledge your thoughts and let them pass, just like we're watching clouds in the sky float on by. Keep returning to your breath over and over again. You're welcome to set a little intention for this practice. You might think of a word or a little mantra if you'd like, whatever you need. You can hold that phrase or mantra with you as we continue through our practice. Notice if you're clenching or tightening in anywhere throughout the body, especially the face. So if you can, start to soften the skin around the eyes. Soften the skin around the forehead. Relax the jaw. And with each one of your exhales, feel the body melt a little bit more into your mat. Few more deep breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth, letting go. Slowly start to wiggle the fingers and the toes, roll the wrists and the ankles. You can blink the eyes open. And we're going to draw our arms down by our side body. Now on your next inhale, extend the arms up and overhead. Find a nice stretch from the tips of the fingers out through the toes. And then exhale, draw the arms back down. Again, inhale and stretch the arms up and overhead. Find a lot of length in the side body. And then exhale, draw the arms back down. One more time. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, draw the arms down by the sides. We're going to first start by drawing that right knee in towards the chest. We can place our right hand to that right shin. And we're going to start to draw little circles with that right knee, one in one direction. And then go ahead, go the opposite way, opposite circling. And then come back to center, extend that right leg out, draw that left knee in, left hand to left shin. And we're going to just start by gently circling that left knee, drawing little circles with that left knee, one direction. And then go ahead, circle it the other way. And then come back to center. We're going to draw that right knee back in towards the chest. So now both knees are in towards the chest. Low back presses into the mat. We're going to extend our arms out into a T or find cactus arms. Inhale. And then exhale. Gently release the knees down and over to the right side. And then option to turn the gaze over that left shoulder, intensifying this little twist here. Couple breaths. And then inhale, draw the knees back up to center. Exhale, release them down and over to the left side. Option to turn the gaze over that right shoulder. Breathing here through the twist. Inhale, draw the knees back up to center. Hands will come to shins. And option one, either turn to one side and gently press on up, or if you'd like to get a little massage in the spine, go ahead and roll up a few times. Give your spine a gentle massage here. And then we're going to come and find Sukasana. So we're crossing at our Shins maybe cross the way you don't normally sit. We're pressing through the sit bones. We're sitting nice and tall as if a string was pulling the crown of the head up. Shoulders draw back. Inhale, nice big sweep with the arms overhead. Lift up and off the waist. And then exhale, arms come down. One more time. Inhale, reach the arms up, fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, arms come down. From here, we're going to extend the arms out nice and wide, shoulders away from ears. And it's as if we're going to give ourselves a little hug. So draw the hands to the shoulders, and we're stacking our elbows, one on top of the other. And with the elbows stacked one on top of the other, we're slowly going to come into eagle pose arms. So from here, we're just gently going to draw the forearms up so that they touch, and the backs of the hands touch too. Option to even wrap the arms around just a little bit more so that the palms touch. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Gaze is forward and slightly down. Take a few breaths here. Soften the facial expressions. Inhale. And exhale, unwind, extend the arms back out nice and wide, nice open heart here. We're going to do that again, but stacking the elbows up the other way. So from here, arms nice and wide, give yourself that nice little hug, hands to shoulders, stacking the elbows. And then from here, slowly drawing the forearms up so that the backs of the hands touch. And if you'd like, continuing to wrap the arms around so that the palms touch. Eagle pose arms. If this is ever too much for your arms or shoulders, you can just draw your palms together at your heart. So take a couple breaths. Gaze is forward, slightly down. And on your next exhale, gently unwind, extend the arms out, reach the arms up. And then exhale, hands come back down to the thighs. You can roll the shoulders back and forth one way and then go the other way. And then from here, we're going to come into a wide angle seated posture. So you can even use your hands, help guide the legs out so they're a little wider. We're going to press through the sit bones. We're pressing or flexing the feet, knees face up towards the ceiling. And this is where a yoga block might come in handy if you want to place one in front of you to rest your head or your hands on, but you don't have to do that if you don't have a yoga block. So simply press the sit bones into the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up, lift up and off the waist, lift, lift, lift. Think up and over. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold over. So hands can come down to the mat, or maybe hands to blocks if you have one. And don't feel like you have to go all the way down. You might even stay here. But if it feels comfortable, you might walk the hands down a little bit. So we're feeling that stretch in the inner thigh and the hips. So as you inhale next, lengthen through the crown of the head. As you exhale, tuck the chin down and under. And take a few more breaths. Notice if your mind is racing. Come back to your breath. Come back to this moment. From here, slowly start to roll back up so that the head comes up last. You can use the hands once again, help guide the legs together, and then bend into the knees. We're going to find our tabletop. So come onto your hands and your knees, finding that tabletop. Shoulders stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees, tops of the feet press into the mat. We're going to flow through some cat-cows, which is a really nice calming effect on the body. So as you inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze up to the ceiling. As you exhale, round through the back, press the floor away, cat pose. Inhale, heart lifts, gaze lifts up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round, press away. Belly button draws in and up, cat pose. And one more inhale, heart lifts, gaze lifts up, moving with your breath. Exhale and round. Inhale, find a neutral tabletop. Find that neutral tabletop. We're going to place the weight into that left palm. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Find a little spinal twist. And then exhale, we're going to thread it through. So the head lowers down to the mat. Maybe you place a pillow underneath the head. And then from here, if you'd like, you're welcome to find a bind. So you can draw that left arm, draw it behind so the hand comes to the low back, or wrap it all the way around to the upper right thigh. In this little heart opener here. Take a couple breaths. On your next exhale, gently unwind, press back up to tabletop. And now place the weight into that right palm. Inhale, reach that left arm up. Exhale, thread it through. So the head lowers to the mat. And then if you'd like, go ahead and take that bind, wrap the right arm behind the back. So the hand comes to the back or hand comes to the upper left or the left hip crease. Roll that right shoulder back, opening the heart. Take a couple breaths. Gently unwind. On your next exhale, press back up, find your tabletop. Now from tabletop, we're going to make our way into child's pose. So spread the knees nice and wide, bring the big toes together, sit on back towards the heels, extend the arms out in front of you, and then forehead drops down to the mat. Just rest a little bit here. Feeling grounded. You are welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. You can always pause the video, stay here, and then unpause it. You might start to rock the hips a little side to side. You might roll the forehead around on the mat, giving it a little massage. And then from child's pose, slowly rise back up to the hands and knees, curl the toes under. Exhale, peel the hips back and up. Find your downward facing dog. Start to walk your dog. Bend one knee, straighten the other. Walk your dog, feet hip distance apart. Pressing the mat away with the palms. And then from down dog, again, we'll lower the knees down to the mat, spread them wide, bring the big toes together. Sit back, find your child's pose and rest. Notice if your mind was racing. And if it is, just acknowledge that and come back to your breath. Using our breath as an anchor. Slowly rise back up to the hands and knees. Curl the toes under. Press back, find down dog. Pedal out the legs one more time. And then from down dog, we're going to start to walk the hands back to meet the feet. Then we're going to walk the feet out as wide as the mat. Bend into the knees, clasp onto the elbows. Gently release the crown of the head down. Let yourself hang. Maybe you rock a little side to side. Nodding the head yes. Or shaking the head no. Let any tension melt away here as we are folded, ragdoll pose. And moving nice and slowly from here, we're going to slowly start to roll back up. So slowly so that the head comes up last. And we're going to step up to the tops of our mats. we're going to get ready to flow a little bit through some sun salutations. First, some half sun salutations, and then some full sun salutation A and B. So we'll begin in Tadasana, mountain pose. So either the feet are together, separated hip distance apart, or the inner edges of the big toes touch with a little space between the heels. So standing nice and tall and strong like a mountain, press through the four corners of each foot. Inhale, reach the arms up. Lift up and off the waist. Exhale, we'll fold forward, Uttanasana. Maybe hands come to blocks here. Inhale, lift up halfway. Again, hands might come to shins or thighs or maybe blocks in front of you. Nice long neck. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, circle the arms around and up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more half sun salutations, just like that. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale and fold. This is Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back, shoulders away from ears, gaze is forward and slightly down. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle the arms around and up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we're moving with our breath, moving breath and movement together. So 1 more half sun salutation. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale to fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back here. Exhale to fold. Inhale, stretch the arms, reach them up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now from here, we're just going to flow a little bit more, adding on to what we've already done. So again, starting in Tadasana. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway, bend the knees, plant the palms, step back into a plank or come to your knees to find a modified plank. So whatever feels best for you. Now from this, if you're in that full plank, come forward on the toes as you exhale, slowly lower down. Press through the thighs, press through the tops of the feet, pin the elbows in towards the side body. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, lift the heart slightly. Low cobra, gaze is forward and slightly down. Exhale, release. 1 more. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, release. Slide the hands back an inch or 2. Press up either to your knees or find your upward facing dog, lifting the thighs up. Curl the toes under. Press back, find your downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. Tune back in to your breath, your body, whatever might be going on right now. Good. From here, gaze between the palms. Gently step or hop forward towards the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, circle the arms around and up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're just going to add on a little bit from what we've already done. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway, bend the knees, plant the palms, step back, find that plank. You might flow through a vinyasa here if that's in your practice. So you might lower down, chaturanga, press up to low cobra or up dog, and then curl the toes under, press back, finding downward facing dog. That's always an option. So if you have a vinyasa in your practice, you're more than welcome to flow through that. If not, you can simply press back and find down dog. We'll all meet in down dog. So once in down dog, extend that right leg up behind you, toes point down. Inhale, knee to chest, step that right foot through. Anchor down through that back left foot, heel to arch alignment. Slowly windmill the arms around and out. The arms are out like wings, shoulders away from ears. Soft gaze over the middle finger of that right hand. And knee stacked over the ankle in line with that second big toe. Warrior two. From warrior two, turn that front hand over. So the right palm faces up. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Stretch through that right side body. Exhale back, find warrior two. Inhale up, reverse. Exhale back, warrior two. One more time here. Inhale up, reverse. Stretch. Left hand slides down the back left thigh. Exhale back, warrior two. From warrior two, inhale. Exhale, windmill the arms down, palms frame the front foot. Step back, find that plank. Option to flow through a little vinyasa if you like, or option to skip it and simply meet back in downward facing dog. Once in down dog, extend that left leg up behind you, toes point down. Inhale, knee to chest. Step that left foot through, anchor down through that back right heel, and slowly start to windmill the arms around and out like wings. Soft gaze over the middle finger of that left hand, shoulders away from ears. Double check that you're not leaning too far forward. So if you are, slide back a little bit in space. Warrior two. Now turn that left hand over, so left palm faces up. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Stretch through that left side body. Let the right hand slide down the back right thigh. Exhale back, warrior two. Inhale up, reverse and stretch. Exhale back, warrior two. One more time. Inhale up, reverse. Exhale back, warrior two. Beautiful. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Step back, flow through a vinyasa if you'd like. So lower down, chaturanga. Press up to low cobra or up dog. Curl the toes under, press back, finding downward facing dog. Take 3 to 5 deep breaths here. Come back to your breath, using it as that anchor point. When our mind is racing, we can come back to the breath. And now gaze between the palms. Gently step or hop forward towards the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Flat back, exhale to fold. Inhale, circle the arms around and up. Palms touch, exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment here, close the eyes. And you might place one hand to your heart, one hand to the belly. And just simply notice how you feel after some movement. Notice where the mind is. And if it's wandering, if it's racing, simply acknowledge that. And without judgment, draw your attention back to the sensation of your breath. Inhaling, breathing in love and kindness towards yourself. Exhaling, breathing out any anxiety, stress, or tension. Gently blink the eyes back open. Release the arms down by the sides. We are going to continue. We'll flow through one more sun salutation. This time, sun salutation B, starting with our chair pose. So we're starting in Tadasana, whether the feet are separated or together, totally up to you and what you feel more comfortable with. And if the feet are together, your knees will touch, but if the feet are separated, the knees won't touch. So either way, press through the four corners of the feet. Draw the shoulders back. As you inhale, slowly start to bend into the knees and sit on back into that invisible chair. Fingertips rain down towards the floor and then reach the arms up. Lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. Shift the weight to your heels. Inhale. Exhale. Can you sink a little deeper? Good. From here, palms touch. Exhale. Fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step back, find your plank. And from plank, we'll slowly lower down to the belly. From here, we'll draw our forearms out in front of us, finding Sphinx Pose. So pressing through each finger, pressing through each palm and the forearm, pressing through the thighs and the tops of the feet. Really press the mat away with the forearms. So you get a nice open heart, lift in the chest. You might even close the eyes here for a moment. Couple breaths. Inhale, and then exhale. Gently melt the heart forward. Slide the hands to the side body. Press up either to your knees or find your upward facing dog. Curl the toes under, press back, downward facing dog. From our down dog, extend that right leg up behind you, toes point down. Inhale, knee to chest, step that right foot through. And we're coming into a high lunge. And then slowly draw the arms up, finding our crescent pose. So shoulders away from ears, outer arms spin in. We'll slide that front hip back and that back hip forward, squaring the hips. Good, draw that belly button in and up towards the spine. You're welcome to stay here in crescent pose. Hold and breathe. Option to take it to warrior one. So on your next inhale, lift up and off the waist even more. Exhale, slowly lower the arms and the chest forward. Arms stay parallel. And then you might lift up and off that back foot, back leg. So if you're in warrior one, you have a slight bend in that front knee. The back leg is lifted, hip level. Press out through that back heel. Neck is nice and long. Hands might come to the heart. Hands might come to blocks, or you can extend the arms out in front of you. Take a few more breaths. Those of you in warrior one, inhale, and then exhale. Gently tap back with the left foot. Extend the arms up, crescent pose. From here, we'll all inhale, lift up and off the waist. Exhale, fold forward, step back into plank. Option to flow through a vinyasa or skip it. We'll make our way back to downward facing dog. And just a reminder, you can always pause this video, take child's pose, rest a little bit longer, and then unpause the video. So from down dog, we'll go into the other side. Extend that left leg up behind you. Inhale, knee to chest, step that left foot through, high lunge. And from there, slowly start to extend the arms up in line with the ears, outer arms spin in. Crescent pose. Slide that front hip back and the back hip forward. Either stay here or inhale, lift up and off the waist. Exhale, find warrior one. Lift up and off that back foot. Press out through that back heel. Back leg is lifted at hip level. Hands to heart or hands to blocks or arms out parallel. Whatever feels best for you. You might even hold onto a wall or chair nearby if you'd like. Breathe. Those of you in warrior one, inhale. And then exhale, bend into that front knee deeper. Tap back with the right foot. Extend the arms back up. Lift up and off the waist. Exhale, fold. Step back into plank. An option here to flow through your vinyasa. Make your way back to down dog. Once you're in down dog, lower the knees to the mat. Spread the knees nice and wide. Bring the big toes together. Sit back towards the heels. Extend the arms out. Release the forehead down to the mat. Resting here in child's pose. Take some nice deep breaths. And slowly, gently rise back up to the hands and the knees. Curl the toes under. Press back. Find your downward facing dog. From down dog, gaze between the palms. Gently step or hop forward towards the top of the mat. Inhale, sit back into your chair pose. Utkatasana. Lift the gaze up, draw the palms together. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, circle the arms around and up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. And release the arms down by the sides. Really nice job, you guys. We have one little balancing pose we're going to practice, and then we'll work our way down to the mat. And if at any point you need to grab water, go ahead and do so. So now we're going to come into eagle pose. So this pose is great for opening the heart and really just a nice balancing concentration sort of pose. So a couple options here. You can either do the arms or the legs, or you can combine it for the full pose and do both the arms and both the legs. So you'll see what I mean by that in a second. And since this is a balancing pose, if you want to move near a wall, you can, or if you want to have a chair nearby to hold on to, you definitely can as well. So here we go. Feet start hip distance apart, and your hands can start on your hips. We are going to cross that right foot over the left so that the toes are pressing into the mat. You're welcome to stay here. First, we're going to move into the leg alignment, and then we'll move into the arm alignment. So for the legs, right foot crosses over the left, toes are rooted into the mat. So maybe you stay here. Or if you'd like to, next option, take that right leg, lift it up slightly, just below the knee. Or take it and lift it up above the knee. Or if you'd like, if it feels comfortable, we're going to wrap that right leg around that standing leg, pressing into that front foot. We want to lift the frontal hip points up and slide or release the tailbone down towards the back of the knees. So you might stay here, or if you'd like to get a block or a pillow or something, you can rest that right foot on as well. So you might stay here and maybe just draw the palms towards your heart. Or to incorporate the arms for a full eagle pose, we'll draw that right arm out in front of us, elbows bent, and then we'll wrap that left arm around. So maybe the palms touch. Maybe you stay here. Or inhale, exhale. Can you bend just a little deeper? Sit back a little bit more. Hold and breathe. If you come out of the pose, be kind to yourself as you slowly get back in. Good. Inhale. Exhale, gently unwind. Shake out the legs a little bit. Really nice job, you guys. We're going to just do the other side now. So starting with the feet hip distance apart, hands can start on the hips. We're going to now cross that left foot over the right. Toes stay anchored onto the mat. And maybe you stay there. Or if you'd like, you can lift the left leg up a little bit so it's below the knee, or lift it above so it's above the knee. Or if you'd like, you can wrap that entire left leg around the standing right leg. Again, lift the frontal hip points up, release or slide the tailbone down towards the back of the knees. You might just draw your hands to your heart, or if you'd like, left arm comes in front, bent at a 90-degree angle, and then you'll wrap the right arm around. Palms maybe touch. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, maybe sink a little deeper. Do what feels good for you. Breathe. Soft gaze, forward and down. Inhale. Exhale, slowly unwind. Shake it out. Shake out the legs. Really beautiful, you guys. Good work. We are going to start cooling down a little bit. So stand at the center of your mat. And then from there, step the feet out nice and wide. Angle the feet in slightly towards one another. And then from there, inhale, reach the arms up, lift up and off the waist. Exhale, fold forward, releasing the hands down to the mat or maybe blocks if you'd like. If you have them, keep the elbows in towards the side body and slowly release the crown of the head down. Good. A couple different options. You can stay here or maybe you clasp onto the ankles. Or you might walk the feet out even wider. Maybe the head comes down to the mat. Or if you have any sort of headstand in your practice, you're more than welcome. Any sort of inversion, you're more than welcome to go there. We'll be here about another 30 seconds. Come back to the breath. With each exhale, continuing to let go of anything that doesn't serve you, any stress, any worry, any anxiety. Breathe that out. Let that go. Slowly start to lift the head back up. And now start to slowly walk the hands around to the top of the mat. From here, you might step back and flow through one final vinyasa, or you might step back and simply press up to down dog, or one final down dog here. So either flowing through one final vinyasa, or simply just pressing back into down dog. And you might pedal out the legs one more time. From there, we'll release the knees down to the mat. Spread them wide, bring the big toes together, gently sit on back towards the heels, and now slide the arms by the side body and rest. Come back to the breath if your mind has wandered. Keep coming back to the breath over and over and over again, using it as your anchor point. Slowly extend the arms back out. Rise up to the hands and knees. Cross the ankles on top of one another. Gently sit on back. From here, we'll draw one foot and then the other in front of us. We'll scoot a little closer towards the heels. Draw the arms out and down by the sides, and slowly, with control, start to make your way down to the mat. And from here, we'll draw both knees in towards the chest. Hands come to shins. Press that low back into the mat. Inhale. And then exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders up and off the ground. Wrap the arms around the thighs, the shins. Give yourself a little hug, a little gentle squeeze. And then as you release, come and find happy baby pose, grabbing onto the arches of the feet, rocking a little side to side. And if there's any other pose you'd like to practice, you're more than welcome to go there. When you're ready, simply and gently extend the legs out in front of you, finding our final pose of Shavasana. Legs extended a little wider than hip distance apart. Close the eyes. Tune back into the body and the breath. Come back to any intention you might have set. Notice if there's any remaining tension in the body. Use your breath, use your exhales to soften those areas. And soften the skin around the eyes and the forehead. Soften the skin between the eyebrows where we tend to wrinkle up as we get stressed or frustrated. Relax the jaw. And with each one of your exhales, feel the body melt a little bit more into the mat, allowing yourself to grow heavier and heavier. And take the next minute or so to just be and just rest. You're always welcome to pause this video for as long as you need to. When you're ready, slowly start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Roll the wrists and ankles. If you'd like to do one final stretch with the arms up and overhead, you can. When you're ready, gently roll to your right in a fetal position. Take a moment here to acknowledge the time that you took out for yourself and for your yoga practice. When you're ready, gently press on up and find any comfortable seated posture. Keeping the eyes closed, lowering the forehead, drawing the hands together towards the heart, sealing in our practice today. Thank you so much for being here and for taking this time out to move through this yoga practice for anxiety. I hope you feel calmer after today's practice, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Namaste.